Hello and welcome to another Online Business Realm video. If you like our videos, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So today we're going to be talking about how to create a logo design business. If you watched our Adobe Creative Cloud video, you'll see that we're a big fan of Adobe Creative Cloud. It has a lot of great packages on there. One package is the $79.99 per month package, where you can get access to all of the Adobe apps such as Illustrator, Photoshop, Audition, and many others, along with 10 free images per month with Adobe Stock. So as you see, I've got 70 images. The reason why this is because they roll over. So I've had this account for several years. I've had it as high as 150 or 160 images before, and it gives me access to be able to roll them over. Along with that, with each image that you save, you'll be able to add that to your library. So over time, you'll amass a huge collection of images you can use. So one thing about Adobe Stock is that it has a hidden feature to find logos to work with that a lot of people don't know about. So let's suppose we were doing a website or a logo for a plumber. Well, if you just search plumber photos or just plumber, you'll see it has a lot of stock images of plumbers. But what you can do is instead search plumber logo, and you'll see that it has many logos already on here. Now, we aren't going to be taking these logos and copying them and just using them as is. You can think of it like we are using these as inspiration for a very unique logo. So it has all kinds of businesses on here. Here's an IT company logo search. I also did one here for a car dealer, and you'll see some of them have places where you can just add the text. For us, we're going to look at doing one for a real estate company. So as you can see, I searched real estate logo, and there are so many to choose from that it's unbelievable. Now, you have full access to these photos to be able to change them and use them however you like. So what we're going to do is we're going to download this image right here, which I've actually already done. Now, one thing to keep in mind, before you commit to actually downloading a photo to use as one of your images, you can also click this cloud button here, and as you see, it says Save Preview. So this will give you a image with a watermark on it that you can kind of play with to see if you want to commit to downloading that photo. So for us, we're going to use this image here, and I'm going to show you how to create a unique logo in Photoshop. It's going to be very easy. Now, if you need some Photoshop tutorials, we'll have those on the channel at some point, but you can find those anywhere online. They're very easy to find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this image first. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger here, so I have a little bit more room to work with on my canvas. I had already created a canvas, as you can see, and then I just dragged the image onto the canvas. So we don't want to take this and just use it as is, so let's change the colors. So the first thing I will have to do is rasterize the layer so I can work with it. And then we're going to do a color overlay, so go to blending options and then go to color overlay, and then we're going to pick a color. Let's pick red. Let's make this a red and black logo. So now that I've selected my red, all I do is hit the OK button. Come over here and hit OK, and now you'll see we've customized the image. We're going to customize it a little bit more we're going to duplicate the layer in order to create a 3D effect. So we're going to hit OK here. We're going to want this new layer to be underneath the other one, and we're going to change the color of this one to black. So select the black and all zeros hex black, hit OK. Now we're going to hit the V to get our to bring our move tool up, and then we are going to just move it over just a little bit. It's a little bit too much. Okay. So now what you want to do is add text. So we're going to create a text box here. All right. And we are going to type Simple Realty. That's going to be the name of our realty company. We're going to move it right there. We're going to want that to be on top of the red. So it gives it that kind of effect right there. And you see, we have a logo. It's not very fancy, but if you go look at most business cards for most businesses, you'll see their logos are very simple. You will find some more ostentatious logos that are extremely elaborate. And over time, by doing graphic design, you'll learn how to do those kind of techniques. But something like this is going to make a customer happy because they're just looking for something, for the most part, that they'll be able to put on a business card. They're not looking for something that is going to be on a website that's going to be, one of the top 20 most visited websites on the internet. They're not looking for something like that. They're looking for something they can put on a business card, they can hand out, and people will identify with them. Most real estate agents aren't looking to be a brand. Only your extremely large real estate agents are. They're just looking for something that will help their customers to identify them and be able to contact them. So now that you've made the design, you can crop it by going there and just closing it down just a little bit. All right. And now at this point, all you would have to do is save it by hitting Shift-Control-S or Shift-Command-S, depending on whether you have a Mac or a PC. And once you save this as a PNG file or a JPEG file, you can now send that to your customer. So now that you've learned to create a simple logo, how do you sell the logos? Well, there's two pretty easy ways to do it. First is on Fiverr. If you sign up for a Fiverr account and start selling, you'll see here I did a quick search for logos, and some are $75, some are $300, some are much higher than that, $500, $1,670. So you'll see this is a pretty lucrative business. So your goal is to get to where you'll be able to earn between $300 and $500 or $200 and $500 per logo. So to get started on Fiverr, you may have to start at a lower price point to be able to get some traction. Another place you can look is Upwork. On Upwork, it's a freelancer website where people post jobs and you can apply for those jobs. So if you just searched logo design jobs and find jobs that fit within your price point, then you'll be able to get this business going. Of course, eventually you can reach out to people you can create a social media presence, and as you add more and more logos to your portfolio and you get better and better at making them, you'll see that this business can grow pretty rapidly. So for me personally, I started out designing logos, and I design logos now that are more elaborate than the quick one we did on Photoshop today. But I started just doing a logo for a friend, and now I've done probably between 50 and 100 logos for people. I also design websites, so a lot of my logos come in with designing a website. I throw it in as just part of the package to be able to sell a website for $1,000. I say, hey, I'll give you a logo for free, and that's just another way I've been able to add to the service I provide. So I hope you like this video. I hope you have a good understanding of what it takes now to start a logo design business and how it isn't that difficult to get going. So if you like our videos, don't forget to go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all of our latest tips, tricks, and methods to making money on the internet. So until next time, get out there and make some money.